Hi, this is Joseph Backholm in Olympia. Today, in the Senate Law and Justice Committee, there was a hearing on Senate Bill 6037 pertaining to the Uniform Parentage Act. The most controversial part of the bill is a section legalizing contract surrogacy. There was families on one side supporting the bill, claiming that surrogacy was really helpful to them. But on the other side, there was a long line of testimony raising concerns about the bill and what it would do to legalize surrogacy in Washington state. And after the hearing, we had a chance to talk to some of those who testified against it.
I came because in my own situation, no one ever spoke for me. I was trafficked in a black market adoption ring that was operating in Las Vegas. I was born in 1953. I did not grow up knowing that I had been sold or that the people I was living with were in fact my adoptive parents and not my biological parents. I found out by accident when I was 22. I feel strongly that much of what I experienced is also what the children created by surrogacy will experience.
For children to just be by nature put in this situation where they carry this load for the sake of the adults who are trying to raise them, and they're not being considered for the wholeness of who they are as people. And that's something so innate, again, to just human dignity and to each person, is that we each desire to be known and fully loved. And it is impossible in these situations where we're not with our families that we're coming from.
Well, I think it's the message that is shared by many of my colleagues all around the world, that surrogacy, paid or otherwise altruistic, is robbing women of their dignity. It's an undignified use of the female body, and it's an undignified way to bring children into the world.
This bill is some of the most dangerous legislation I've ever seen because it makes it very easy to cut and paste children into just any adult arrangement. It gives the state the power to bestow parenthood on any adult simply through their intention to parent the child. And as somebody that has worked in adoption, I understand that adoption best practices mean that simply an intent to adult does not a good parent make. That people who are not biologically connected to a child, it should not be easy to acquire that child, and that's what this bill does. It makes it very, very easy for unrelated adults to have children placed in their care.
The Senate Law and Justice Committee has a couple weeks to decide whether they are going to move this bill or not. If it does get out of committee, it will then go to the full Senate for consideration. You are encouraged to contact your legislators through the legislative hotline at 1-800-562-6000 about this or any other issue that you care about. From Olympia for the Family Policy Institute of Washington, I'm Joseph Backholm.